Hey everybody, in this video I'm just going to show how you can extract a portion of a larger mesh to be used as its own independent static mesh in this case. So yeah, I know this video is going to kill my engagement scores, but anyway, this has to be done. So let's go ahead and the premise behind this is that I have this particular pack and all I want is the staircase here. And it turns out that in the 3D model itself, let me just get rid of this. That staircase is part of one massive model. There's no just the stairs. And so I wanted to extract that. To make this work, you do need to have the modeling tools activated. So this is the modeling tools editor mode, and I have that activated in plugins. And that means that I can go here and choose modeling. So in order to use the modeling tools, the static mesh has to be in a level. You can't just double click a static mesh and start using the modeling tools. So I created a separate level for this. Where did I save that? I guess that's under maps. Yeah, I called it harvest map. So that way I could drop in a single asset and then extract pieces of it. So that was my strategy behind that. I left my content browser here in that maps folder, and when you generate a new static mesh, it's going to be automatically placed into a new folder called _generated in whatever folder you have selected in your content browser. So since I'm in this maps folder, I extracted a few maps. It creates a folder based on my username, and here are some meshes that I already extracted. Okay, so how do we extract these stairs? Now I already have the actor selected that I want to edit. So what I'll do is in modeling mode, I'll go to the select page of the tools and I'll go to try select. So this lets me select individual faces, and I just want the stairs. So I'm in brush mode right now, right? So I think that's the default. So if I click and drag on here, I can select individual faces, but this isn't the only mode available. So with these two faces selected, I'll tap the F key to frame those up. And so now I'm a little bit closer to that. And instead of brush mode, in this case, I am going to go ahead and use all connected. You can try all these different modes depending on what you're working on. They have different utility in your work, but I'm going to go ahead and just use all connected. So now if I click on here, I select this entire set of faces that are connected to one another. Same with the top and bottom, right? These side panels are two-sided, so there we go. Looks like I've got all of those, and I can click on the railing. I'm just going to go ahead and click and get all of these things, and I'll just speed this up. Okay, so now I have all of the faces related to this staircase all selected, and to generate a new independent static mesh, I can stay here in my select tools, and for mesh edits, I can click on duplicate. Let me make sure I'm back in my maps folder, so it'll put them into this generated folder. So duplicate. And now I have another mesh. If I could select that and I can accept. And if I go into my generated folder, here is my new set of stairs. I can double click on that. And here they are. Okay, so there is a bit of an issue in that the origin's way far away. So let's just finish this by tidying this up. So I'll close this here. And again, this static mesh is that newly created mesh. And over there is the pivot point. So to edit my pivot point, what I'll do is stay in modeling mode here, and I'll go to the transform and I'll edit the pivot. And the first thing I'll do is just set this to the right. And okay, now that's on the right side. Maybe I'll put this on the left instead. And I'll go ahead and edit, drag, snap position. I don't know, it's snapping, but it's not snapping to vertices. So now what I'll do is just position this right on the corner. Let's deactivate snapping. I want this pivot to be right on that corner right there. Okay, so that's where I want the pivot. I will accept that. And now with this selected, I can position it at the origin. 0 tab 0 tab 0. And if I look over at my origin, hide this, and now I can see this right on the origin. F to frame that up, and double click on the static mesh, and there it is at the center. Control Shift S to save all my changes. So there we go. That's how I can create a small static mesh from one that's way too big. Hope this helps. Till next time, have fun.